Okay, again, my name's Corey Welch. I can't possibly compete with Bill LeBlanc in comedy, so I have to draw my deep thoughts from my renowned philosopher, Jack Handy. And I'm here because I believe in saving the planet for our children. And sometime this next slide's going to come up, but not for our children's children, because I don't think children should be having sex. I thought this would bring a little levity to what is otherwise a very serious and, for me, frankly, depressing topic. Our ancestors survived in part due to their ability to sense and escape danger. But the dangers that they faced were clear and present. And as a result, we are biologically programmed to believe that cause and effect are close in both time and in space. But the world we live in is now much more complex. And the trait that has allowed us to avoid danger over the centuries is the very trait that can contribute to our downfall. To survive, we must evolve, and we need to learn to think further ahead. Most are aware that greenhouse gases surround our planet, trap the sun's radiation, and act as a blanket to keep our Earth at a livable temperature, which is clearly a good thing. But what you'll find out is that if we had no greenhouse gases surrounding our planet, it would be frozen and uninhabitable, about 60 degrees cooler than it is today. So like Goldilocks, we need our planet to be just right, with neither too few nor too many greenhouse gases. So to understand climate change, think of the Earth as having a thermostat. That thermostat can be raised and it can be lowered. But then it takes a long time for the Earth to heat up or cool down, just as it would take your home time to heat up or cool down. The trouble is, we can't easily control the Earth's thermostat. It's tied to the level of greenhouse gases in our atmosphere, which is analogous to water in a bathtub. The level of that tub has been at a pretty constant state for thousands and thousands of years. But over the last century and a half, the level of that tub has risen by nearly 40%. And as a result, the Earth's temperature has risen by upwards of 2 degrees Fahrenheit, and it is still rising. So how did we get there? Well, as Bill mentioned, we get in planes, we drive our cars, we power our homes, we run our refrigerators. All that pours greenhouse gases into that tub. Think of those emissions as you would flow from a faucet that we are opening wider and wider every single year. Nature is trying to help. She's trying to tuck all those greenhouse gases everywhere she can, in oceans, in plants, and in the soils. But try as she might, she can't keep up with our inflow. What that means is that as long as we pour emissions into the atmosphere faster than nature can remove them, the Earth's thermostat will continue to rise, and it will do so forever until we correct this imbalance. Some think naively, all we have to do is just quit opening that valve, right? Wrong. We need to cut emissions by nearly 50% immediately just to make inflow equal outflow and stop raising that thermostat. But unfortunately, we can't do that either. We can't close that faucet immediately. It takes time. So as a result, we need to cut emissions 80% by mid-century, by the year 2050, just to limit the temperature increase by the year 2100 to less than 3 or 4 degrees Fahrenheit. And even once we decide to stop making the problem worse, we still have to wait about a century for nature to lower the level in that tub and lower our thermostat. Because that greenhouse gas tub is massive, and that little drain is very small, so it takes a very long time. We're dealing with a situation, really any accumulation of stuff is analogous to a bathtub. These bathtubs create inertia and cause delays, which means decisions we make today about power plants and cars will be felt for generations to come. And there's the rub, because the time horizons of corporations that scramble to report quarterly earnings and politicians who can't see past the next damn election are minuscule in comparison with the duration of the effects of the decisions that we make today. These delays create a massive inertia, and when you're dealing with inertia, you must think and act ahead. A wait-and-see strategy is a colossal train wreck waiting to happen. Business as usual will result in about a 9-degree temperature rise by the year 2100, and in that year, temperature will still be rising. We need to dramatically reduce emissions to stop raising the thermostat, and we need to start now. The era of procrastination, of half measures, of soothing and baffling expedients and delays is coming to its close. In its place we are entering a period of consequences. But I know that the energy of the people in this room and the passion that you have for solving the challenges that we face are testament to the fact that we can evolve, and we must evolve. So take a bath and start the evolution. It's up to you.
Fantastic kickoff. Thanks so much, Corey. Wow. And I think you should be running for the Republican presidential nomination. For sure. That's right. So fantastic. All right. Well, we will keep it moving on.